Moving into 2023, Jeep is refreshing their full lineup and looking towards the future as well. And that future, of course, is electric. Now, Jeep is doing it a little bit different than other OEMs, and they're going hybrid first, and that's the 4XE platform. We first seen it in the Wrangler, and now we have it in the new 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee WL model as well. And today in this video, we're going to dive in and look at the new Grand Cherokee WL, as well as that 4XE platform and what it gets you in this Grand Cherokee. So without further ado, let's dive into the video. I'm Devin from the Hickman Automotive Group, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we have more automotive content, reviews like this one, and shorts with Topic Tuesday, automotive news, and Guess Your Car plus more. So don't forget to subscribe. Now, diving into this brand new Grand Cherokee. Yes, it looks different, and we reviewed the previous model, the WK, on this channel before, and so we're going to dive in and see exactly what's new on the WL, but don't worry, it's still very much a Jeep, even though it looks quite different from the previous outgoing model. Typically, I start with the looks. However, we're going to start with under the hood. In this 4XE, as in this specific unit, the powertrain is arguably the most important feature in this vehicle. So let's start out here. First thing to note is that this is a plug-in hybrid system, meaning you can plug in this vehicle and travel on fully electric power for up to 40 kilometers before the gas engine takes over. In saying that, the electric motor and gasoline engine working together, Jeep states that the estimate is over 700 kilometers of total range. Talking about that gasoline engine, it's a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that makes a very respectable 270 horsepower, but it also has that electric motor. And when the two work together, the total output is rated at 375 horsepower and a fantastic 470 foot-pounds of torque. Now, those are some pretty impressive numbers coming out of a Grand Cherokee. What's even more impressive is that the 5.7-liter Hemi V8 is slower from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour than this 4XE platform. The 4XE platform can go from 0 to 100 in 6 seconds flat. Now, mind you, that acceleration is in conjunction with the battery and the engine working together, and you only get that for about 40 to 50 kilometers because it is a small battery with the hybrid system. However, though, this is 500 pounds heavier than that 5.7-liter V8 and is faster, so that's pretty impressive. Another thing to note about this powertrain is how the electric mode works, being that you can technically drive in fully electric with some technicalities. So you can select what drive mode you're in by simply locating the buttons on the left side of the dash behind the steering wheel. And here you'll see hybrid, electric, and e-save. However, if you select electric, you can solely drive on the battery power. Until you want some acceleration, then the system will automatically kick in the gas engine to help push the vehicle along, and then will cut the engine again when it senses the acceleration period has ended. All right, with the power plant now out of the way, let's turn our attention to the looks of the new Grand Cherokee WL. We pay a lot of heritage to the previous models as well, and Jeep heritage. We have the famous vertical 7-slotted grille up front, flanked by our LED headlights and daytime running lights, which also act as your turn signal as well. And with this model being electric and the 4XE platform, like we see on the Wrangler, we have a lot of that hyper blue that Jeep likes to put on their 4XE platform. So this is a Trailhawk model, so we do have Trailhawk decaled up top on the hood in blue. Our Jeep logo has a hint of blue in it as well, and our tow hooks down below also in that hyper blue. On the side, we have 18-inch tires with all-terrain rubber because this is a Trailhawk trim. We also see a little Willys Jeep on the rim, finishing again in that 4XE blue. And this model does come with air ride suspension with 5 levels of adjustment. If we move down the side, we have the Grand Cherokee badging on the front door panel, and we also have our plug cover, which is just a simple push and it pops open. And there we'll see our electric hookup for charging. The mirrors are color matched with an integrated turn signal as well. We have keyless entry and locks. Simply keep the key fob in your pocket, touch the handle, and it will unlock. Touch the button here and it locks. It's a great feature to have. We do have roof rails up top for strapping anything down you may need when you go on your adventures. All right, looking around back now of the Grand Cherokee WL 4XE model here, Trailhawk edition, we do have that nice black spoiler up top to tie in that nice sporty look. We do have an exposed wiper blade back here as well. Our backup camera, we have a shark fin antenna up top to tie in that nice sporty feel. LED tail lights back here integrated with our reverse light and turn signal. We have, again, a recovery tow hook finished in that blue 4XE color as well. Our 4XE badge here with a bit of blue accent as well. We have our Jeep logo with the blue accent and our Trailhawk with the blue accent again, really stating that this is a 4XE electric platform. If you're looking for a tow hitch, it is behind this body panel right here. You can take it off and access it that way if you so wish. If you don't like to use it, at least they give you a nice clean finished body line back here so you don't see that tow hook accessory. Now our hatchback here is automatic, so you just simply touch the button underneath and it automatically opens up for you. Super convenient when you have a load of stuff. You can just simply load it back here, and we have lots of cargo space in the back. When you're done, you just hit the button on the side and it will automatically close and lock for you as well. Super handy feature to have. Now, the WL Grand Cherokee has been totally refreshed on the outside, especially with the 4XE platform, with the new powertrain and looks, of course. However, the real change is in the interior. So here is the old WK interior, and ready in 3, 2, 1, here is the new WL interior. Completely refreshed and teetering on a luxury SUV. But remember, this is a Jeep, so you do get that Jeep heritage and off-road capabilities in this vehicle, plus now a luxury interior. All right, so inside the interior, like we mentioned, it's fully refreshed in here, and Jeep has done a fantastic job on really teetering what is luxury and what is off-road capable, and I think it is fantastic in here. So starting out, we have beautiful leather material all around the cabin here, in your door pockets, in the seats itself, on the steering wheel. Really good use of materials in here. Of course, we have blue stitching again because this is the 4XE model. So Jeep really carries that into this interior as well to remind you that you are driving an electric platform. We also have Trailhawk embossed into the seat itself with the leather and suede here as well. These seats are heated and ventilated in this Trailhawk edition, which is a very nice feature to have. Above me, you see this giant sunroof that stretches all the way into the rear seats as well. A really nice feature to have. The steering wheel itself feels nicely weighted, has a good thick feel to it. 2 spots for your thumb as well, which is nice, and of course it is heated and leather. If we look at the trim around here, we do have some wood grain trim on this model, which is black with some etched in it as well. Depending on what trim level you get, you can option it with different kinds of trim and wood features as well, which is a very nice touch. Now let's start out with the infotainment that we have in this model as well. Coming in at 10.1 inches is an upgraded UI system allowing for customization of widgets and layouts, making it a very functional display. Bluetooth, CarPlay, Android Auto, satellite radio all come standard, of course. The screen also allows you to go through the vehicle settings, which there are many of. I won't go through all of them, but trust me when I say Jeep allows you to really tailor your Grand Cherokee to your driving style and comfort level. Also note on this model, we do have the Alpine sound system with 10 speakers and a subwoofer as well. So above the screen here, we do have some additional function buttons as well. So starting from the left here, we do have our regenerative braking system. That's for the 4XE platform. So as you lift off the accelerator and bring the vehicle to the stop, the regenerative braking system will actually slow you down a little bit quicker and charge the battery at the same time, getting you extra range. Next to that, we do have our lane keep assist button on and off. We do have our traction control button on and off, our hazard lights, and our parking assist sensors as well. On the far right side there, we do have a button that says screen on or off. And what that means is that Jeep has fitted this Trailhawk 4XE platform with its new passenger view screen as well. So you toggle that button on and the screen in front of the passenger seat does come on, and they can watch movies on a HDMI or go through the navigation as well. It's fully touchscreen, and the cool feature is that when I'm sat in the driver's seat, I cannot see that screen. It has a film protection over it, so I cannot see what they're watching, and only they can see it when they're sitting in front of it. A very cool feature to have on long road trips when your passenger wants to lay back and watch some TV, and the driver can stay focused on the road. Below the screen here, we do have some physical buttons for our climate control, which is a great feature to find on these new models, because there's nothing worse than trying to change your heated seats or your climate control and going through the interface of the screen itself. So Jeep has given us physical buttons down here. We have our heated seats, our ventilated seats, heated steering wheels down here as well, our volume knobs, our tuning knobs, and the host of how we want our air delivered, either from the front, the windscreen down below. All that's controlled right here. We do have a little cubby here as well, which can be hidden and has a wireless phone charger in here. Our HDMI cord, again, our input, sorry, for our passenger display. And we have 4 USBs, 2 USB-Cs and 2 normal USBs and an aux cord as well here. And you can cover it up with the piano black cover that Jeep has given us. Just behind that cubby here, we do have our drive dial as well, our drive modes and our height control here as well. So on the right here, we do have 5 drive modes that Jeep gives us on the Trailhawk Edition. We have rock, sand and mud, snow, auto, and sport. I recommend staying in auto unless you are doing some off-roading, then you can certainly change it to preferred preference for yourself. If you do change the drive mode, that changes the Jeep's 4x4 off-road capability. It changes the ride height and a few other driving dynamics as well. On the far right, we do have our height control. As I mentioned, 5 control settings here because of the air rise suspension. You can rise it all the way up or all the way down depending on what kind of driving style you are liking, or you can keep it in auto and the vehicle will do it itself. In the middle of those 2 toggles, we do have Jeep's now drive selector as well. It's simply just turn it to left and right to get into your park, reverse, neutral, and drive. It has a very satisfying click as you move it over. I think the jury's still out if people will like the dial mode or miss the old traditional gear shifter. However, I do like it. It really cleans off the interior of this model as well. The other screen in this vehicle as well is the driver display, measuring in at 12 inches diagonally across. It is large, it is crisp, it has a lot of information for you. You can toggle between different screens and what information you want to see. So of course we have our engine power on one side, we have our battery on the other because of the 4XE. It also gives you a range and gas and a range with gas and electric, which is a really nice helpful feature to see as well. And we have our engine mode with our regenerative braking showing how much charge and how much output we are putting back into the vehicle, into the battery. Again, like I mentioned, the steering wheel is wrapped in leather. We do have some blue stitching to match the rest of the blue stitching around in this interior. And we do have our Trailhawk badge down to the very bottom as well. Finished in blue, again, for that 4XE platform. A very, very well thought out, beautiful space to sit in, drive, and be a passenger in this 4XE Grand Cherokee WL. So with the front interior covered off, let's hop into the back seats now and show what the Grand Cherokee WL has for our rear passengers in options. Right in the back seats here of the 4XE, we will find, again, nice suede and leather with the blue stitching like we see up front. The luxury continues into the back seats, which is nice. We do have some cubbies down here as well, which is just a mesh string pull, which is nice, still nice to have. Leg room is very decent. The sitting position is very nice. Headroom is a bit tight, but we do have that beautiful sunroof, so it feels nice and airy back here as well. We do have a middle seat pull down here for an armrest and cup holders, which is nice to have. Rear seat ventilation here as well. Our seats are heated on the outside if we want that option. We have, again, 4 USBs back here, 2 USB-Cs, 2 USBs normal, and we have a 150 watt, 115 volt plug-in wall outlet for charging laptops, cell phones, and whatever else we may need. And also, you may notice we have 2 screens back here as well on each side. Both are independent of each other. They both have HDMI and headphone input as well. Included with that is a remote for each one that you can also use apps like Fire TV, YouTube, etc. Really nice feature to have on longer road trips with people in the back. They have their own screens included with the passenger screen, included with the 10.1 inch infotainment screen and a 12-inch screen. This is, yes, a larger SUV, but it does have 5 screens in here. I don't know where else Jeep could fit another one, but I'm sure they could find a spot. Very nice cabin interior up front and back here. A very well thought out, nice spot to be. And the added bonus, Jeep has also given us sunshades, so when we're watching a movie, haul these up and no sun glare will get on our screen. A very well thought out, nice refresh from the Jeep Grand Cherokee WL. Grand Cherokee is one of the most awarded SUVs in history. And now with the refreshed WL, with that new interior, the 4XE platform, and Jeep's famous off-road capabilities, which this model has and improves on, I'm sure it's going to snatch a lot more going into 2023 and beyond. I'm sure it will win over you as well. So drop into Hickman Chrysler to take one for a test drive today and experience the WL Trailhawk 4XE for yourself. I'm Devin from the Hickman Automotive Group. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more automotive content, including reviews, shorts, automotive news, Topic Tuesday, and Guess the Car, plus more. So thanks again for watching. Till the next video, have a good one.